Hi everyone, and welcome again to our creative sessions. I'm here with Gwen. She's a narrative environment student at Central Emergence University, and she specializes in conceptual art and design. So thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so here we have an exhibition of her lovely work. So why don't you start telling us a little bit about these lovely pieces?
This technique basically I developed when I was during my bachelor on an exchange to Sydney University.
Mm-hmm.
And there I was in the painting department, but I was not painting on canvases. I was painting on glass because it was a material I never really experiment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want to, there was a whole workshop dedicated to glass, so I started painting on glass. Every time it was such a huge surprise when you would open the kiln and see what the result was. So all these different patterns and colors that appeared due to the pigments and the stuff I used in between the glass pieces. I was so amazed by it that I really wanted to zoom in on it. So I scanned those pieces and used those patterns for the work up here. It's part of the Abstract Revolution, a series I started since I was in Sydney in 2013, so a couple of years ago.
So it seems that you started it with exploring the pieces and being very conceptual, very experimental, searching looking for different materials and trying glass because you had never tried it before. And then after having that stage where you concentrated more in the piece, then you started concentrating in the whole experience of someone that will see the piece.
Yeah, definitely.
And then is when I guess you had that transition from not only concentrating the object itself, but that then took you to narrative environments.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That might be the next step of this artwork, to kind of try to compose almost different art pieces of different projects I did together in order to create one installation that kind of creates a narrative in itself.
So about what type of work you would like to do in the future, or what are your ambitions?
I think my ambitions lie in making installation artworks that might be very site specific to a certain place, transformation of the visitors or the customers in a certain place.
Yeah.
The journey they took during their experience in the environment you created for them. And
so the transformation of places, day-to-day places. You were telling me beforehand that you are now thinking of a project to do next year and to integrate with the cities and experience and senses. So please tell us a little bit what the project is about.
As you said, that's the key points of the project. So I'm thinking of creating new space in London. And space in London is so rare, so scarce, and so unique, and so So I'm looking for unutilized spaces in the city that has got the potential to be a place where art could be on display.
Yeah. So having this project to be in the city in London and something that has to do with senses, and then someone that can help develop smells, sounds, and different things.
Yeah, to bring together in this space.
Under the concept of nature.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. So now you know, if you are interested in experience design or art, installation art in the city that has to do with nature and senses, then you must contact Gwen. Where can people get in touch with you? Or where do you have a portfolio or somewhere where people could go and see your work?
Sure. I've got, if you type in my name, Gwen Bout, I've got my own website with quite a majority of the projects I did. Some of them are own creative work, such as these images, but also some exhibitions I did, some installation artworks I made. So it's kind of this scope.
And thank you for talking about your work. It's really lovely.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, and hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, bye bye.